In this tutorial, we will learn how to get structured output from the model. I mean, how to get output in a certain format. For example, here we have a user feedback. From this user feedback, we want to extract certain details in a proper JSON format. Let's say we want to extract a username, product name, user feedback, and sentiment of the user feedback. Let's see how to extract these details in a proper JSON format. First, we are initializing the model. Then we are creating a detailed system prompt. Through the system prompt, we can tell all our requirements to the model. If you read the system prompt, it goes like this. You are a helpful assistant that extracts structured data from user feedback. Then always respond in valid JSON format only. And finally, the JSON must follow this schema. So we want the output in this format with all these fields. This is our system prompt. Then we are creating a human message with user feedback. This is the actual input to the model. Then as usual, we are calling the model and printing the model's response. As you can see here, we have got the response in a proper JSON format. Now we can use this JSON however we want. For example, we can use this JSON as a payload to call any external APIs. Or even we can use this as a function arguments to call any Python function within our environment. So it opens up a lot of opportunities. In fact, this idea is the base for building AI agents. Yes, it will be very clear in the next tutorial where we build an AI agent from scratch. But there are some issues with this method. Sometimes the model may do mistakes. For example, sometimes it may ignore certain fields. If you look at this response, here we don't have the customer name field. But if the downstream task requires all these 4 fields, then this response will be useless. Similarly, sometimes it may add these kind of unwanted explanation, and if we want to use this response for the downstream task, we must have to do some sort of post-processing to extract this JSON portion. Then only we will be able to use this response for the downstream task. To avoid these kind of issues, we have to add a validation layer that ensures always we are getting the right JSON with all the expected fields. So let's see how to add such a validation layer using LangChain. Here the only difference is this pydantic schema. First we need to create a class using pydantic base model. Under this class, we can define each and every expected fields. Optionally, we can add description for each of these fields. This is nothing but the expected output format. Then after initializing the model, we have to add the validation layer. To add validation layer, every LangChain model object has this method with structured output. It takes any pydantic schema and returns a new model object. Now, if we call this model with any input, the output will be in this format. That is what this particular method helps us to achieve. If you wonder how it happens, let me explain you. First, we will get output from the model. For example, let's take this response. Then we try to create an object of this class using the output which we got from the model. Let me show you. Let's comment these 2 lines out and let's create an object of user feedback class using the output which we got from the model. Now, if the model's response matches with this pydantic schema, then this cell should run without any issues. As you can see, we have got the output. But if the model's response doesn't match with this pydantic schema, then we will get an error. And if we get any error, we will call the model one more time with this error. We will tell the model that, okay, there was a mismatch between your previous response and the expected pydantic schema, so please fix the error. We will repeat this process until we get the expected output from the model. That is what this particular method does. Okay, so I hope it is clear how this with structured output method helps us to get the structured output every time. Now let's move further. Now here we don't need all this additional instruction because by default this validation layer will add all the required instructions to the system prompt. Okay, now we can uncomment these lines and execute the cell. We have got an error. If you read the error, it says user feedback object has no attribute content, because now the response is an object of this user feedback class. Okay, and if you see, it doesn't have any attribute called content. That is why we are getting error in this line. If we comment this line out, it should run without any issues. Let's delete this cell as well. And if you look at the response, it is an object of user feedback class, and we can convert this into a dictionary or JSON using this model dump method. So this is how we can get structured output from the model using LangChain, and this idea is the base for building AI agent. Alright, now let's move to the next tutorial.